Okay, what do you want over there? Uh-oh, here we go. That is my new costume, and if you poop on it, you are in so much trouble, mister. I don't like you over there. You're gonna stay with me the whole time. You can't poop on it. Alright, monthly favorites. Let's just get right to it. So my favorite tea this month is kind of a two-parter. Since it's summer and I really don't drink hot tea, it's all iced tea or iced coffee. I've been kind of on a boba binge lately, and I've always loved boba, and I know some people don't like the tapioca pearls, but I absolutely love them and everything. So it happened one night, me and my friend went out to get boba, but the boba place was closed. So we just went to the Mart and actually bought boba. And I've been making it for about a week, and it's really fun, it's really easy, but it is kind of time consuming. So I'm actually gonna walk you through it really quick so you can make your own boba tea at home. The first thing you're going to want to do is boil some water. Pretty easy, but the boba does expand a lot, so make sure you have a lot of water compared to your boba. And go ahead and just stir it up. You're going to be boiling it for 20 minutes, stirring it occasionally. And as it boils, the boba will start to puff up with water, and they will also darken in color. After those initial 20 minutes, you're going to cover it off, turn off the heat. I should have said that first. Turn off the heat and cover it for another 20 minutes. After that, just go ahead and strain it out and run it under cold water so the pearls cool off. Once they are cool, they're essentially complete, but the boba really don't have much flavor or sweetener, so you need to sweeten it yourself. I choose to use honey and a simple syrup from beetroot sugar. So I do about 3 teaspoons worth of honey for my third cup of boba and let it soak in this simple syrup of sugar. And I let it soak in this mixture until I'm essentially ready to use it. And you should aim to use the boba within 24 hours of making it, or else it gets really gross. So go ahead and make yourself a cup of iced tea. I choose to add some milk and add your boba, and you are ready for some boba iced milk tea! Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. Soup! I know, totally opposite of like not liking hot drinks in summer because it's so hot right now. So I've pretty much been living off of soup. And I know that sounds really lazy because it is really lazy. The other half of that is I'm actually working on 2 cosplays simultaneously for Kamikaze right now, and I've got about 2 months left, but I have a lot of work that I still need to do. So just popping these on the stove, heating them up, and just being able to drink it. I don't even put it in a bowl with a spoon, I put it in a coffee mug and I just drink it. So being able to do that makes eating so easy because I'm working on cosplays at the same time that I'm eating. I take no breaks, okay? I just have to work on it all the time I'm at home. So yeah, that's my soup and cosplay story for you. Now we're getting more into the tools and the cosplay stuff. First off, this wall putty. Okay, so this is wall putty. I do get the flexible stuff, and it's pretty flexible. It's not extremely flexible. It gives a little bit without cracking, which is really, really nice. So I've been using this to fill in like unevenness of Bondo or a plaster, any of those sort of things that you try to make armor with, and you have that little imperfection, and you're like, you know that feeling. So it's not done, but this is my best example right now of using the putty wall filler. So this was a styrofoam base of a helmet that I carved out of foam, and then all it is I layered the putty on with like a spatula, one of those rubber cooking spatulas, so I could get it as smooth as I could. I sanded it off, I put a layer of paint and a layer of wood glue on, and I'm gonna sand it again to get it smoother. But it's just spray foam and wall putty. There's no Bondo, there's no Warbler, there's no plaster. And for something as simple and cheap as wall putty, I feel like it's doing a really good job so far. And it's pretty flexible. Like, I'm gonna be able to move the helmet to get it on my head, and it's not cracking or bending or anything. And the paint and the wood glue also help to keep the putty from cracking, and it kind of resists cracking and chipping. So that helps as well as my primer, but I'm gonna go over more specifics of the wall putty when I do specific tutorials for my costumes. As you can see, my helmet's not finished. This may end up being a flop, but so far so good because this is pretty much done, but I guess we're really gonna find out after I wear it all day at a convention. But I have used the wall filler before just to touch up cracks and little holes in costumes and armor, and it works great for that. This is the first time using it to such an extent where it's all of the wall putty, so we'll see how this goes. within all of this wall putty and armor business that we have going on right now comes the electric hand sander. The electric hand sander. So how many years have I been doing costumes? Like, I don't know, I made Hot Girl 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, and armor and helmets and props and all of that between here and there. And I just found this in the garage last week. This whole time I've been hand sanding when I could have been using this. And let me tell you, from all of those years of hand sanding everything by hand, this is so much quicker and easier. That is the worst part about making any costume, is sanding the armor down and then priming it and then sanding again to make it smooth. It's just such a tedious and tiring process. This made it like 10 times faster. Okay, not 10 times, maybe like 5 times faster. It really, really helps so much, and now I don't really dread sanding and priming as much. It's kind of fun. I'm like, ooh, how smooth can I make it? Pretty smooth with this thing. So thank you for joining me on this month's monthly favorites. Hope you found some new fun stuff, because I sure did. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Need to get boba straws. That is one thing I didn't think about when I was there.